Hey Deandre, it's a little bit off topic. I know you love watching film and looking back on your games. I just wanted to ask you specific things that you watch for out of yourself when you're watching back those games. I even specifically from games like Friday and Saturday where you had really strong nights.
Definitely my foul trouble, where I pick up these, silly fouls and, that keep me out the game in long stretches. And just protecting the rim. Where am I at on the floor when my teammates need help? Where can I help at? Where can I, find a hit man and just clutter the paint, be a presence, be more of a presence. Just how my energy is on the court in general, how it affects the team. And, it looks looks quite decent, but there's a lot of room for improvement. And, film is it. Film give you all the answers, but definitely me protecting the rim and knowing when I'm at on the floor and watching my fouls.
Hey, DA. Both Chris and Devin spoke about how they sat down and talked with you about pushing your game to the high level you're playing at now. I was wondering if you could, take us into what those conversations were like, where they occurred, and just the overall scene of those conversations.
Man, them conversations is career changes, life changes, just being real with your brother, little brother, to be honest. But, just taking the constructive criticism that they want the best for you. They're not telling me anything wrong. Just being great, stuff that can help me add to my game and make me be a way better player than I am that I'll ever know that I could be. So just, knowing where I'm at on the floor, spacing, knowing the game, moving without the ball, communicating on the court where it put fear in other opponents when I talk on both ends of the floor, especially the defensive end. Stuff like the simple things like sprinting down the floor and just loading up, letting the guard see that there's presence down low when there's a fast break. Just stuff like that, just to reassure me the things that I'm capable of. So, them just, highlighting it and me having a vocal point on it, it's serious, and I take no joke when it comes to them two talking to me. Even Jay Crowder being with me a lot, So just stuff like that. I love it, First time where, my whole team is really on me and, they want the best for me. So I'm not gonna let them down at all.
And just to follow up, are most of those conversations like before practice or after practice or
Every
just
day,
all over?
every day, phone call, text, FaceTime, all of that. Zoom, every time. Every time. And I love it.
Hello, Deandre. How are you?
I'm good.
Great. I would like to ask you, what is the main improvement on your game this season, and how better player you feel with Chris Paul and Jay Crowder on your side?
I'll say the defensive end. Chris Paul letting me know the type of anchor I am on the defensive end for this team, and just having confidence with somebody on the floor, even when he doesn't have the ball. Just Chris Paul just being our facilitator, and just finding us in our spots and keeping a certain pace to this game and keeping us in our offenses. It brings, it's a lot of chemistry we have to work on, but it brings a fluidity when it comes to the game of basketball and how to play it. Jay Crowder brings a big piece. We've seen him last game knocking down the biggest shots. Dudes who've been in situations who's sophisticated. It's a lot, man, and it's contagious. It's very contagious, to bring that type of competitiveness to a young group, and we're ready. We're ready to do it. So it's great having those things.
Hey, Deandre, to kind of go back to the topic of accepting constructive criticism and welcoming that, like, who was the first person that maybe showed you how to accept that? Because it's not easy for like a human being just in general to take that criticism. So I'm not even necessarily talking about in your NBA career, just as a kid growing up playing basketball. How did you learn how to sort of accept that?
You have to understand, I've been here since I came to the United States at 12. Criticism has always been trailing. It's always been on my back. It's always been pressure. It's always been, discrimination. It's always been all of that. I accept all of it. Being a kid who's taken so much responsibility and accomplished responsibility, it just became natural. It's just my instinct to just be humble and listen. Anyone could teach me something. That's what I learned. And it's just, that's the person who I am, where somebody has to say something, I respect it and I understand, and I try to understand, and I try to reason with that person or what they're saying or what they're teaching me. So constructive criticism, I don't take it no way. I'm open arms with it. I'm dominating. I mean, nothing really hurt my feelings. It's just me breaking down, what the message is and, just trying to accomplish what the instruction is. That's about it. But other than that, I enjoy people, telling me how to do things or, showing me that they care. Because if they didn't care, they wouldn't even bother wasting their breath. So, I love it.